My PSA had been going up for about 2 years, and my primary care doctor didn't think it was much, but I should probably get it checked out. Well, I didn't. August of 22, my PSA had gone up another point or two. And so fast forward then until about October of 2022, I still was putting it off, still not doing anything about it. And my wife, Nancy, she got really angry. And so I thought, well, okay, I probably better at least just go get it checked out. Called Sam Biani, who I know well, and he said, come on in, we'll get you checked out. I had my biopsy, and the next day Sam called and said, you have stage 3 prostate cancer. I chose not to do surgery. I chose to do sort of a 3-part treatment process that involves brachytherapy, which is a seed implant. It involves hormone therapy for a number of months and then a 5-week period of receiving external beam radiation.
I was diagnosed at 47, a single mom of 4. I noticed some irregularities. Going to the bathroom, I had no pain. And I was diagnosed with colorectal cancer. I went to see Dr. Stephen Hunt. He actually had to give me the bad news that it was stage 4. It had spread through my liver. I spent 6 months in chemo. I made a full recovery. Unfortunately, the cancer's come back in my lungs. There are a number of small nodes that seem to be too deep, and there are too many to do too much.
The first time I had cancer, my kids were in junior high. It was breast cancer. And I had quite a bit of radiation through that after a lumpectomy. Then I was cancer-free for almost 20 years. I had the beginning stages of liver disease, and through that, with mammogram, they discovered that I had cancer again. My liver disease had progressed very, very quickly, and I needed a liver transplant. I'm one of the very fortunate ones that got a very healthy liver. That was 2 years ago, and I'm doing just absolutely great.
My diagnosis happened a few months before the pandemic. So when I started chemo, the world was in a really difficult spot. This kind of diagnosis is terrifying, yes, but it's also very lonely. One thing that I would say to anyone that's diagnosed is don't give up. And a diagnosis is not death. I think especially here at Siteman, the brightest and the most compassionate people are working every day to make sure that's not the case.
Every day we're in awe of how talented the doctors were. They also knew kind of when just to take my hand and say, it's gonna be okay.
Day after the surgery. This is during COVID, so I can't be there. I get a call from her cell phone, and it's Dr. Crippen. And he said, I'm sitting here holding Sheila's hand, and everything's gonna be just fine. That's unbelievable. You left your building and went over to her building, and you're there.
Because you couldn't be.
Yep.
I found myself at Barnes Jewish West County, where I'm now president. I wasn't then. Waiting for my procedure, and just everything about that, I was incredibly anxious. And there was a nurse named Leslie. She did not know I even worked at BJC. She just did so many things to make me feel comfortable and better, knowing that what I was going to have to go through was not going to be fun. And right before I was getting ready to get wheeled in for my procedure, and I actually started crying, just incredibly moved and grateful for the care I was receiving. And it was really one of the most moving events that I can recall in my lifetime, honestly.
My friends and supporters and the people that have boosted me up, you're the reason I'm here. Everyone at Siteman is supporting and caring, and it's so much more than a job. And I can tell that they feel that way. That makes me feel part of a family that does understand how scary things can be. Thank you for doing what you do every day.
I owe gratitude and thanks to so many people. It starts with our imaging techs. It starts with our laboratories, caregivers, my 2 guardian angels, Sam Biani and Lannis Hall. Then it goes on to my family, because my wife, who, had she not pushed me, who knows what my outcome would have been. My dad's 77. He hadn't had a PSA done in about 10 or 12 years. And knowing what I had just gone through, he immediately went and got his checked and he was diagnosed with prostate cancer as well. And he's doing great.
Cancer can definitely bring perspective to your life. The thankfulness, the beauty of the world, the relationships that you have, it makes you know what's important in life.
Our entire family has been impacted by cancer, and we desperately don't want our grandkids to have to go through the same thing. So we think it's really important for everybody to support and participate with Illumination for the Foundation for Barnes Jewish Hospital.